I'm going to introduce you to the sketchbooks which I use for my watercolours. They're Moleskines, cold press, 200 GSM, and you can see on the back they have 30 pages in this small watercolour version, and they're all cold pressed. I can paint on both sides of the page, and I find them very durable, and it comes in small, medium and large. This is just a quick flick through of what I filled out recently. I do keep the large one for commissioned pieces or if I need to work on a particular project. We're going to start off with this one. I put number 1 on the side. I bought this in February 2015 and I'll show you this first page. And as you can see, it's an experiment. I didn't really know what I was doing and I didn't know that I was going to be trying to do it every day. I do talk a lot about this sketchbook journey in my Skillshare class, so please do check that out. This is my second attempt. As you can see, it's a little bit formless. This was just a teacup I had in my kitchen and nothing is happening there. There's no depth. Third one, I drew it out in pencil. How precise was that? And I think you'd be able to tell from these that I'm really not very confident. There's not enough form, there's not enough depth. I can't really work out the composition either. So when you come to do your sketches, think about the journey that you're trying to make. It's not going to be amazing, it really isn't. There is going to be a lot of detours, a lot of ups and downs, but the main thing is you do have to practice. When I see this again, I just think, oh my gosh, what was I even thinking? You know, I'm recording this about 2 3/4 years after I did these sketches, and I just think, you know, where was I at the time? That is not a terribly well thought out picture. I mean, I love that clock, it's in my office, and this orchid was in pencil, but I started using a micron fine liner to draw out the shape of that lemonade bottle and then fill it in, and I felt this gave me a little bit more structure and I was quite happy to carry on with that. This is a Burmese ornament I've got around the house and it's still incredibly tight, but I think at the time I needed to know how to handle the paint more than anything. So the pen gave me the crutches, let's say, to help me with the mixing of the colour. So I didn't have to concentrate on the form so much because it was contained within those lines, and I concentrated more on creating depth, I suppose. This is another one. I wasn't terribly happy at the time, but I think I still learnt a lot from it, and that's what I tend to take away from all my sketches. I always learn something from this. This is from my parents' greenhouse, and I'd never drawn anything growing like that before, so I really enjoyed it, and it's a different experience to drawing from a reference picture. So I started doing more and more experiments with just things around the house so that I learnt better. You can still see that I've made mistakes with the line, and that's all part of this story that I'm trying to tell you. I am getting better by this stage. This was probably growing in my garden, and if I'm squinting my eyes, I can see that I'm starting to try and find out areas where the areas of dark and shade are. I haven't quite succeeded, but for where I was, I think I did quite well. Now, you can see in previous ones I've kept in the lines, but I'm now going beyond the lines, and I think I'm adding a lot more washes within this one, especially around here. So the confidence is growing, and again with this Forsythia, I think the yellow is going out of the line work and it just creates a little bit more drama. I think within maybe, I must have been doing this now for about 30 days, it's already evident that I've gained a lot from this. I'm going to stop it there now because I want to show you my other sketchbooks at a later time. But if you watch this video first, and then I'm going to show you maybe sketchbook 3, 4, 5 and 6, you'll see how this is coming along. But like I said, there is a much fuller picture of where this journey went in the Skillshare class if you want to check that out.